Can you all hear me? There we go. All right. Good afternoon and welcome to the Pasco-Hernando State College's Practical Nursing Graduating Class of 2023 pinning ceremony. On behalf of PHSC and the Nursing Department, I am delighted to welcome you again. This is such a momentous occasion for our students. Each student has successfully completed the rigorous requirements for the nursing program. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments of these students. At this time, I would like to ask that the audience please silence your phones. Please stand as the graduates process into the auditorium and remain standing until Gianna Arnold Romero leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So please stand.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Thank you, Gianna. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Andre Brevnik, PHSC's Chief of Staff and General Counsel.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dean Gabbard, and welcome again, nursing graduates, faculty, staff, and guests. Graduates, we are very pleased to honor you and celebrate this important occasion with you this afternoon. In preparation to coming here, I recall the first time I came in and addressed any nursing students, and I went and I said, let me just look a little bit about the profession. This is probably about 10 years ago. And I pulled up like some lists and rankings, and nursing was ranked #1 as a profession, as the most respected profession in the industry. And then I said, I'm the general counsel for the college, so I said, where do attorneys rank? And I looked down, and we kind of ranked very, very low, somehow between new car salesmen and used car salesmen. And so I say this a little bit out of great envy and respect to the profession, but I have to admit out of a little bit of jealousy too, okay? So I as I was coming over here, I said, should I do that same exercise? Should I go up and look up the ranking again? And I kind of didn't want to because I didn't want to be demoralized when I came here, but I did, right? And I have the evidence here. I got the charts and all that kind of stuff. And again, nursing, as I would expect, ranks #1 as the most respected profession. So awesome. The only thing that has changed in the lawyer ranking is now new car salesmen and used car salesmen have moved up, and I somehow have moved down underneath TV reporters. So I don't know how that happens, but I wish I could be in your ranking. So it's such an honor to be here. Nursing students, you have completed the requirements for an extremely important, rigorous program. You have invested countless hours in the classroom, and in preparing for exams and working in clinical settings, you are at this important juncture, your graduation. Today, because of your dedication to your studies, you have balanced personal obligations with the demands of training, and many of you maintain jobs through the program. We are very, very proud of your accomplishments. Nursing is a field in critical need of well-trained professionals. Your skills, your commitment, and your passion for your profession is needed now more than ever. You have prepared for a role that helps heal bodies, often hearts, minds, and souls, offering respect and dignity to patients at their most vulnerable moments and often inherent for those in the healthcare occupation. Part of who you are as a person and as a professional, you have chosen a unique and sophisticated technical career that requires compassion and depth of character beyond the ordinary. While challenging and sometimes heartbreaking, your professional journey will also allow you to witness life's happiest moments. The moment when patient is cancer-free, the birth of an infant, the gratitude expressed by patients and their loved ones who benefit from your care. As a PHSC nursing graduate, we are proud of you and confident that you are well prepared for a successful career as a nurse. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Mr. Brevnick. We appreciate those words. And I want to also just add to his comments, nursing is now the most trusted profession 21 years in a row. So, Mr. Brevnick, as a little sidebar, I'll lend you our hire policy any day to share it to lawyer students, okay? The students know what that is, so it's a little internal joke. So we're very proud of that. So you want nurses you can trust. So please give me the opportunity to first recognize some very important people. First, I'd ask that the PHSC nursing faculty and staff, we have staff back there, we have faculty up here, please stand and be recognized. There is so much wisdom that the faculty bring to the students. The staff are here to support them in their roles, so please recognize these individuals. We also have other PHSC college faculty and staff and administrators with us, a few today. So please, let's stand and let's recognize all of you. So Andre, please. And do we have, Lucy was out there? Well, let's recognize Mr. Brevnick because he is here with us today and we're glad for that. And then we have our community healthcare agencies whose support is endless. We express our sincerest gratitude. Our clinical agencies provide our students with opportunities to apply their learned theory in the workplace setting. They also have been instrumental in providing scholarships for our students, lab equipment for our students, so we cannot do what we do without you. So for our clinical partners, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you, Valerie. We also want to recognize any veterans that may be with us today. So do we have any veterans? Thank you. Hi, Aaron. Thank you. And then finally, if you are a PHSC graduate, please stand because we are proud of our alumni. So please. All right. You're getting lots of attention today. No. Here. Thank you. So finally, we want to acknowledge the students' families and friends who have been a source of encouragement and inspiration for the students as they work diligently to complete the nursing program. Students, now's your opportunity to recognize those important people. So please, recognize your family and friends. Thank you. Okay. This time I would like to introduce Haley Morgan, who will be sharing reflections on nursing. Following Ms. Morgan is Jennifer Ruja, who will introduce our guest speaker, Ms. Valerie Agostino. Thank you. Haley?
First, I'd like to give another round of applause to my instructors, the PHSC faculty, and most importantly, my fellow classmates. Looking back at my journey over this program, I've come to realize that this journey has been a series of trials and tribulations. This program has built me from the ground up. It's taught me how to walk, talk, and think like a nurse. If there is one thing this entire journey has taught my classmates and I, it's perseverance. We have persevered through every curveball this program has thrown at us. If you would have asked me back in Med-Surg 1 if I could see myself standing here talking to you guys on such a joyous occasion, I'd have probably laughed. Yet here I am, and here you all are. We persevered. Let's start from the beginning, where we were all bright-eyed and anxious with excitement in semester 1. This group standing before you took on fundamentals and pharmacology and started to truly understand what it was and means to be and think like a nurse. I don't know about y'all, but to me, it couldn't get no harder than pharmacology. It couldn't get any worse than fundamentals. And boy, was I in for a nice surprise. Anyways, we all worked hard and got through semester 1, and we were more than excited to go on Christmas break, and it wasn't about the presents. Well, that short break came and went, and now it was time to take on the biggest challenge yet. Remember how I told y'all it couldn't get any worse than fundamentals and pharmacology? Yeah, then I decided to take Med-Surg. We had to actually learn how these medications worked with different disease processes and how each disease affected the body and its multiple systems. I thought I cried a lot in semester 1. I blubbered like a baby in semester 2. But through all the tears and all the setbacks, I persevered. We all did. Semester 3 was a bit of a blur. We went back and forth all over Pasco and Hernando County for classes and clinicals between maternal child and gerontology. The burnout was really starting to set in, and I remember saying to myself, just get through this week, Haley. Just one more test, just one more assignment. We're almost there. And sure enough, here we all are. We got to witness life be brought into this world and be with families at their happiest moments of life. But we also got to see families at their most vulnerable. We got to witness and help sons, daughters, and spouses grieve for their loved ones that had died or were in the process of dying. No amount of schooling ever prepares you for that. Life prepares you for that. Having compassion and empathy for others prepares you for things like that. Having a great support system and role model prepares you for things like that. That is why I was so honored to have had such amazing instructors over the entirety of this program. Again, please help me give another round of applause for Ms. Griffin, Ms. Houts, and Mrs. Potts. Ms. Houts and Ms. Potts, you both rock, but Ms. Griffin, you are our rock. You have done so much for my classmates and I, and there is no number of words that I can say right now to express just how appreciative and grateful we all are to have had you as both a lecturer and clinical instructor. You taught us more than just what it was in our textbooks. You taught us how to have respect for one another. You taught us that not every day is going to be all sunshine and rainbows. You have taught us that failure is never an option. But most important of all, you taught us how to be a nurse. Please help me applaud this amazing instructor. Lastly, I want to give thanks to all those that made an impact on myself and my classmates. I want to thank again the instructors, the clinical facilities, and PHSC faculty. I want to thank God for having a plan for me. I want to thank my Nana, who unfortunately cannot be here today in person, but is in its spirit, as my guardian angel. I want to thank all of my family and friends for the tremendous support this past year. But most importantly, I want to thank my tribe, the amazing bonds that have developed over this journey. If there is one piece of advice I can leave with you today, it's to never stop persevering. And I cannot wait to see where this next chapter of our lives take us. A quote from the Bible I'd like to share is, "The pain you've been feeling can't compare to the joy that's coming." Romans 8:18. Thank you, everyone.
Valerie Augustino, RN, was born in Queens, New York, and raised on Long Island. She moved to Florida in 1984 and has lived in the Spring Hill area for over 20 years. Valerie is married and a mother of 2 with 4 grandchildren. Ever since she was a little girl, she followed her calling to become a nurse. Valerie first answered her calling as a volunteer at a local nursing home in Brentwood, New York. From there, she became a nurse's assistant and went on to become an LPN, just like us. Valerie graduated Phi Theta Kappa from Pasco-Hernando State College with a degree in nursing. She is a graduate of Florida Healthcare Association's Executive Nurse Leadership Academy and a recipient of the Florida Nurse Administrator Award of Distinction for the state of Florida. During her nursing career, Valerie has held many roles, including floor nurse, charge nurse, wound nurse, director of education, restorative nurse, infection control nurse, assistant director of nurses, and is currently regional director of clinical services for health services management. Please help me welcome Valerie Augustino.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, hello, future nurses. It is a great honor to present to you on such an exciting day. I would like to thank the faculty and staff of Pasco-Hernando State College for inviting me here today. Thank you. Thank you. This is such an exciting time for you all as you begin your journey as a nurse. As a graduate of PHSC myself, I am grateful and blessed to be part of your practical nursing pinning ceremony. I want to specifically say congratulations to each and every one of you. You have worked tirelessly to get to this day. I know it has not been easy, but today you have made a key step in your journey. There is not a more gratifying profession in life than nursing. You'll have the opportunity to help people and to save lives. You should ask yourself, how can my nursing career change the world? You've made it this far. Now, keep your eye on the prize. We're all familiar with the expression, the eye of the tiger. Having the eye of the tiger means being laser focused on achieving a single goal. This is exactly what you have done to get here today, to receive this great honor. You have made sacrifices, you've stayed the course, and now you begin to reap the rewards of this great accomplishment. As you embark on your nursing career, I want to share some valuable advice that you can always keep with you. Remember these words of wisdom. My sister would often say, maintain the 3 C's of life: calm, cool, and collective. That was my sister. I want to add 2 more to those. It's compassion and communication. Always be compassionate and always practice good communication by giving and receiving a thorough report and always letting the patient know what's going on. Talk to your patients, even if you think they can't hear you. I remember one day when I was a practical nursing student, my patient was in a coma. While I was bathing him, I would speak to him and say, "Good morning." I would tell him what the day was. I would tell him how the weather was outside. "Oh, it's raining today." And I would talk to him while I was bathing him. Well, one day when I reported to duty and I went into his room, I said good morning to him. I thought he was sleeping. He said to me, You are the only one who spoke to me. All this time I was sick and I was in a coma, and no one spoke to me except for you." Remember that and talk to your patients, even if you think they can't hear you. He thanked me and said to me, "I will never forget you." That still chokes me up. Always do what's right. Always set a good example. Be a kind nurse. You never know what someone's going through. Never judge. Never, never judge. Be humble, never arrogant. Always be willing to learn. Use your resources. You're allowed to look things up, just not on Wikipedia, right? Take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. This is very important. You hear me? This is very important. You have to take care of yourself. Work on your poker face. You have to work on your poker face and always be professional. Time flies. Learn to prioritize and practice good time management. Enjoy every moment. We don't get a second chance at life. Always be willing to learn. Remember, see one, do one, teach one. Right. I'm sure you heard that a lot this year, right? Okay. Never look down on anyone. The only time we look down on someone is when we are reaching a hand to help them up. Many years ago, at my pinning ceremony, I stood at this exact spot on this stage at PHSC. I was asked to share a poem like some of you were asked to share today. I'd like to share that poem with you now. For a special nurse. Long before you entered nursing, the Lord had played his part, planting seeds of loving kindness in the portals of your heart. For it's clear that you've been gifted with a sympathetic ear and blessed from the beginning with a willingness to cheer. And the people who you care for are better off by far when they're touched by your compassion, by the person that you are. For in times of woe and worry, when they're frightened or they're blue, no one could be more consoling than the friend that they'll have in you. Now, with these words, keep in mind, take the same dedication and determination you have learned to foster throughout nursing school and pass that NCLEX, right? Keep those same studying habits that have helped you get to this point. Keep the same friends and family who supported you all along the way. And most of all, keep your eye on the tiger. Thanks for inviting me to be a part of this very special day. I am confident that you'll accomplish great things in your life and have many gratifying moments throughout your nursing career. Congratulations, PHSC, Practical Nursing Class of 2023.
Thank you so much, Valerie, for those meaningful words that, take all of the nurses that are here back into their practice. It's like there are moments for each of us that you just don't ever forget. So thank you for that. So we are getting ready to prepare to do the pinning ceremony, but I want to let you know what the history is. I think that's important so you know that what you're witnessing today. So the pinning ceremony tradition originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing in London. Florence Nightingale chose to honor the nursing student by presenting each graduate with a medal. This afternoon, you will see that symbolic recreation of this nursing tradition as each student receives her nursing pin, his or her nursing pin. The nursing pin represents both the student's association with PHSC as well as the nursing profession. The act of pinning marks a significant milestone for each of these students, the rite of passage into the nursing profession. The pin serves to remind everyone of nursing's historic promise to serve others. Graduates, as we begin our ceremony, take a moment to reflect on your experiences and imagine the fulfilling career you will have as a future nurse. At this time, the nursing students will receive their pins. North Campus faculty, will you please come forward? Okay. Graduate students, I'm going to call you graduates. Please come forward when your name is called. Gianna Arnold Romero. Serena Biasotti. Jordan Buck. Michelle Cassidy. Sarah Delano. Megan Dotson. Jennifer Faruja. And Haley Alexis Morgan. Okay, graduates, please be seated. Right, we're going to move into the lamp ceremony, which is extremely special and significant to nursing. So in the days of Florence Nightingale, candle flames were used to light the way for the nurses as they made their rounds to care for the sick and wounded soldiers during the Crimean War. To the wounded soldiers, the sight of the flame and the nurse's visit brought feelings of comfort. Today, the bright flame symbolically represents knowledge, enlightenment, experience, compassion, and hope. In conjunction with the lighting of the lamp, a pledge is cited as an act of dedication to the ideals of nursing. Graduates, as you recite the Nightingale Pledge, listen to the words. Remember the profession that you have chosen is grounded in tradition, professionalism, and compassion. Please take your lamps and stand. Okay, graduates, please repeat after me. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in integrity and to practice my profession ethically. I will maintain competency and be always mindful of patient safety. I will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family matters coming to my knowledge. During my nursing practice, with loyalty, I endeavor to devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Congratulations. Please recognize our graduates. Okay. Very good. Please blow out your candles and be seated. Yeah, that was a big yay. I heard that yay. Yes, that's really wonderful, isn't it? So, all right. So graduates, as we wrap up, just a few words for you. May the joy and the excitement you feel today be with you every day of your career. You've chosen a career that is not for the faint of heart. You've chosen a career in which you put others before yourself. You've chosen a career that will require you to work long, hard hours in which you may not always feel appreciated. But you have also chosen a career in which compassion and care bring comfort to others and need and to make their lives better, or in some cases, assist your patients with death. You have chosen a career recognized nationally as the most trusted profession. So go forward and practice your profession with integrity, honesty, and compassion for others. Make us proud, PHSC Class of 2023. Congratulations. Yes. So, audience, I ask that you rise as the students make their way out of the auditorium and take all the pictures you want as they come out. So, graduates, it is your last official march today, so enjoy. There are gifts and refreshments in the back. Okay.